Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to be doing the mommy scenario tag. I was tagged by Cara. Her channel is the Bowman chapters. Forgive my little guy and his bouncing thing over there. So thank you, Cara, for tagging me. This is the first time I have ever been tagged to do a tag video, so it's pretty cool. A little milestone for me to have that. I don't know who I should tag. I'm pretty sure just about everybody has done this tag, but if you are watching and you haven't done the mommy scenario tag, please feel free to do it. And if you do, let me know down in the comments, and you can leave the video down there because I'd love to watch it. This is a really fun tag. Okay, so let's get started. Let me grab my little guy here. Okay, so the first question is, see, he's still bouncing, and he's not in the bouncer. Question number 1. Your kid is refusing to eat dinner. Do you stand your ground and demand they eat what you made, or do you make something else? I think this is really a matter of age. I think when kids are really little, it's more important that they get nutrition than they just eat whatever you want them to eat. But when they get older, say for example T is 5 now, and I know what he doesn't like to eat or what he won't eat. So I make it a habit of not including those things or disguising them. And if I know that I've made something that he likes, but I know he's just not wanting to eat it because he'd rather have a cookie, I will make him eat a certain amount of bites or that kind of stuff. So I, like I said, just stand my ground with him sometimes, but it's also a matter of age. If Squeak has something that he's trying and he doesn't like it, I'm not going to force him to eat it because he's a baby. I'm going to go back to my old standbys that I know he's going to enjoy eating. Number 2. Ow. Ow. Okay, sorry. We are quite aggressive today because we have a tooth coming in. So we are bouncing and biting and hitting and all that fun stuff. You guys know how it is. You guys know how it is. Look, there you are. There you are. Number 2, your kid has a meltdown in the store. Nothing is working to calm them down. Do you leave and come back another time? Or grit your teeth and finish shopping? Okay, so what I do in this situation usually is grit my teeth and keep shopping. I always have a situation, or I always have a way to handle a situation like that. There's only been one time that I've ever left a store because T was so upset. But other than that, I remember one time when he was really little, I think he was like 2 years old, and he was throwing an insane temper tantrum. And he was screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" Because he did this. When he was 2, he would scream, "Help! Help! Help!" And I got so frustrated, and this is totally embarrassing to admit, but I got so frustrated that I picked him up and I threw him over my shoulder and I said, "No one is going to help you." And then I stopped and I looked around me and everybody was staring. They were like, "Who is this woman and what is she doing to this poor child?" But it had gotten to the point where it had been like 2 weeks of him just screaming, "Help, help, help," every time I tried to do anything, like put him in the grocery cart or put him in his car seat. He's listening to me. Do you remember that? Yeah? I don't think he remembers it. It was really embarrassing for me. I was like, what did I do? It just sounded really, really bad. You want to do some activity cards? We're doing homeschool today, so I'm kind of in and out. Number 3, your kid gets too many toys for their birthday. Do you return some or save them for a rainy day? I would save them for a rainy day. Is that one too hard? Well, then move on to the one where you can, where the picture of the cloud is. Yeah, draw what you think might be in the sky. So, I would save them for a rainy day. I kind of, I like to, I know, I'll be right there, honey. A smiley face in the cloud. Do you think there might be some birds in the sky? Or a sunshine?
I don't want that.
Okay. I like to cycle through toys, so we have a really nice basement area that has a man cave attached to it. I can show it to you guys sometime. But I like to keep my toys in Tupperware containers, large Tupperware containers, and then I just cycle through them. I shouldn't say my toys, I should say the kids' toys. I cycle through them, so I'll fill up. We have these containers up here, storage containers, and they're drawers. We call them the drawers, and so T's allowed to have down so many drawers at a time. And then I'll take the drawers down, I'll empty them into the other Tupperware containers and then fill them back up with new toys that he hasn't played with in a while, and we just cycle through them like that. Number 4, your kid is protesting sleep. Do you give in at 3 a.m., get up, turn on a movie, or continue to rock, nurse, etc. to get them to go back to sleep? Okay, so the answer to this is that we always do whatever we can to get our kids to go back to sleep. I have never gotten up in the middle of the night and turned the TV on for them. I have, if Squeak is up and he's teething and he just won't go back to sleep, turn the TV on for myself and watched a movie. Yes. So I would say I've, watched of my fair share of old movies in the middle of the night because I'm, good job, because I'm trying to stay awake while Squeak is awake. And I hate to admit it, but sometimes we just bring the kids in our bed. Squeak won't sleep with us all night, but T still will occasionally just come in our bed and go back to sleep because I need my rest. Okay, number 5. You have an appointment and no babysitter. Do you bring them or reschedule? Good job. I always bring my kids. I don't usually have a babysitter.
I have another.
Yeah, draw the other side of the cat. We're doing these really cool cards. See that? Where he can draw on there. He drew a monster. And then he drew this. I always bring my kids. I never have a babysitter. If I need extra help, I'll bring my mom or Jay with me. But I don't think my kids have ever been with a babysitter. They've just been with their grandma or their dad. Number 5. You have about 20 minutes until unexpected company arrives. Do you rush to clean up your messy house or just figure, hey, it's okay, I've got kids? So my answer to that would be, really, it depends on who it is. Normally I'll just run around and pick things up. Not like, I'm not like deep cleaning or anything. Usually my house is pretty clean. It's just cluttered with all like toys and stuff that's out. So I'll just go through and pick up the floor because our playroom is kind of in the middle of our house. You have to walk through it to get to our living room or walk through it to get to our kitchen. So I like to at least have, if someone's coming over, that area picked up so they can walk through without tripping all over toys. Number 7, you're running late and only have time to do your hair or makeup. What do you choose? That's super easy for me because I don't wear makeup. I don't like to wear makeup. T said I would choose my hair. I would do my hair over my makeup because I don't wear makeup. So I don't really do much with my hair either. I'm sure you all have noticed that. But I would pick my hair over my makeup because I don't wear makeup. Number 8.
And you don't wear lipstick.
No, I don't wear lipstick either.
And I'm afraid.
Yeah, he doesn't like to have lipstick on his face. You don't like lipstick kisses, no. Yucky. Okay, number 8 would be you're at the park and another child pushes yours. Do you intervene and correct them or go find the child's parents? I think it depends on the situation and the child and what you've observed. Normally, I would just remove my child from the situation. If it's a strange child that I don't know and I don't see that there's a parent that's watching them, I make the assumption that it may happen again and that my child just needs to go play someplace else and stay away. I've been in situations where I have had to speak to a parent, but I use that as a last resort. And I try really hard not to parent other people's children. It's not my place to parent someone else's child, and if I have an issue, I usually feel pretty comfortable bringing it to the attention of another parent, in hopes that they will be able to make the corrections. And I've never had a bad experience where a parent gets upset when I say to them, this is what happened. So I've been really fortunate in that way. I think it's just because I don't like to do a lot of finger pointing, like, oh, your kid, you should have seen what he did to my kid. I'll usually go about it as like a group scenario. Oh, the kids were playing and things kind of got out of hand, and I've spoken to my child, and it might be a good idea for you to speak to yours, and that way we can remember everybody can play nicely together. That way I'm not singling them out, because it's really hard, even if, if a parent has turned their back and they don't see what happens, it's really hard for a strange woman who you don't even know, that would be me, to come up to you and say, hey, blah, 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 and wave my finger in your face, because I don't know who you are and I don't know what your child's history is or anything like that. So I try to make it, I try to give the information without making it offensive or feel like they're like I'm scolding them, because that's not right. That's not my place to scold them either. And like I said, normally if we're in a strange place or a park and there's kids that I just don't think are being safe, I'll just take tea and we'll move someplace else. Okay, so that was the mommy scenario tag along with some homeschool interruptions, but we are going to get to school now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember,